Good morning friends. Today we are going to discuss another concept in the data mining. As earlier we discussed it, last session we discussed about data pre-processing stages. Whenever we are going to do the data pre-processing, the first thing is checking of quality of data. As already we discussed it, accuracy is one parameter, consistency is another parameter, and completeness is another parameter, and timeliness within time, and believability, truth, trustworthy, believable. These are the various dimensions to check the or measure the quality of data. Once your data is quality, then what are the steps involved to do the data pre-processing? So, while doing the pre-processing, these parameters measurements we need to keep in a mind, check the quality of data. Here the various stages is data cleaning, integration. Today we are going to discuss about this concept, reduction, transformation, discretization. These are the various stages, major stages of the data pre-processing. Under data cleaning, cleaning nothing but the noisy data or incomplete data. Incomplete, noisy data or incomplete. So, during the data cleaning process, the major hurdles is whenever we are getting the data from various sources, the data in the form of raw format. So, we have to clean the data to get the perfect data to achieve the all the quality of like accuracy, completeness, consistency, like all the properties of the data quality. So, whenever we are doing the data cleaning process, noisy data means there is a chance of corrupted data while transferring the one source to another source, or while entry point, that means as a human being there is chance of typo errors, and whenever the data operator going to enter the data, he may wrongly entered, or the instrument which I am going to use it, or sensors or any instruments may wrongly working, malfunctioning, that leads to the noisy data. Okay. That can be overcome with help of the smoothing concept. Smoothing, that is nothing but the with help of the binning method, binning, regression and clustering concepts. We are going to use it to smooth the noisy data. We are using the smoothing of data with help of the binning, regression concept and clustering concept. We are going to use these three techniques to remove the noisy data. Whereas, in case of the incomplete data, the data is incomplete in the sense not fully filled. The application filled by the end user, which is not 100% filled. It is due to the some of the fields in the application are not mandatory. So, it leads to the whenever we are receiving the n number of data entries, and there is chance of 30 to 40% records are unfilled data due to the not mandatory fields. We cannot take a good decision on unfilled data. So, what we are going to do is, we are going to handle this incomplete data with help of the like manual filling, by manually filling, or ignore tuple, ignoring the records, or we have another concept called the global constant, or mean, or preferable value with help of the preferable value. How that means whenever the records what we received is 30 to 40% are having the lack of full data, that is incomplete data. That means completeness, we are not achieving the property called the completeness quality. So, for that how to handle this? we are going to manually enter, it's a time consuming, or we can go to ignore the tuples. If it is at 1%, 2% records, no issue, that won't affect your decision while doing the data mining operation. But suppose the unfilled data or unfilled data, there is a 10 to 30% of records, then there is a huge decision making. Whenever we are taking a decision, there is impact on the, if your records are ignored, these 10 to 20% of records which are not filled properly or not complete properly, these 20% records may impact on your decision. That's why we go with the automatic entries like global constant. If the participant or any user not entered, the global constant will fill, or we are taking the average or mean of the attribute and filling with that data, or with help of the Bayesian distributions hypothesis, we are trying to give the preferable values. This is the way how we are going to do the data cleaning operation. Once we done, then next step is integration. See, already we know this diagram very well. Data cleaning, we learned the data cleaning first stage of the data pre-processing. Then we are going to make a target data to store into the data warehouse. In this case, the second stage is the integration. Integration, nothing but the, whenever we are having the n number of data sources, we have to merge to make a store into the data warehouse. And after that, remaining concepts. Now today we are going to do the integration part. We are going to learn about the integration part. See, the same thing. We are having the, we are going to learn today data integration. We are having the different data sources. We have to make a common data source to store in the data warehouse. So for today we are going to learn how we are going to do, what are the hurdles or the issues during the data integration process. Now, what is meant by data integration? Integration nothing but the, we are having the various sources of data, it may be coming the various applications or various data services. It may be cloud application or file formatted like text files, XML files, text files, TXT, or XML files, or .csv files, any kind of files with a unstructured format, or cloud applications. We are getting the data from the various sources of my organization. Suppose I am having organization maintaining the 100 number of branches, each branch maintaining their day-to-day business transactions and customer communications in respect to data sources at their location. Now I want to make all this as a single data warehouse. So I need to do the data integration. So means I need to merging the data from multiple sources, multiple data stores which are going to receive, and make a common data, and that should be stored in the data warehouse. We are going to store in the centralized data warehouse. Okay. Now during integration process, what kind of issues we got? So the main theme is we are going to merging of combining data from the multiple sources, and that should be unified schema. Means we are receiving the data from the source 1, source 2, source n. We are getting the data from the n number of sources and make a common source, that is centralized data called data warehouse. I want to put into the all these data coming from the various sources, getting from the various branches, and make a common data warehouse. So that should be a common uniform structure or uniform schema. As you know, what is meant schema? Means definition of a table or a database. So that means we should provide uniform access. That means from here we need to access uniformly by any person, by anyone with any query language. If the here data source 1, data source 2, data source n can have any different types of schemas. But what should we have to do is we need to make a uniform to access from the coming from the various heterogeneous and distribution data sources. We should maintain a common unified schema that should be able to access by anyone. So, provide uniform access which is available on data, which is data available on the data source, centralized data from coming from the multiple sources, which is autonomous body, that means independently from the various heterogeneous and different location distributed data sources. That means we should provide a common syntax that can able to access from this centralized data warehouse by any person from any location. Suppose this person is storing the data and this data also storing, this also storing. Whenever they want access from various locations, they can use a simple query or tool to access data by any person easily without any disturbance, independently. So, such a way that we have to prepare a schema, unified schema. So, integrating all the data, different data sources and make it done a common data warehouse that can able to provide to the any person or anyone can able to access, that means authorized persons can able to access individually, autonomously with the different geographical locations or distribution locations. Okay. During this process, we have a various hurdles or various issues. What are the various issues? First one is entity identification problem, and second one is data redundancy, and third one is tuple duplication, and finally data value conflict detection and resolution. We are having the 4 issues. First one is entity identification problem, second one is data redundancy, and third one is duplication of records, that is tuples, and finally conflict detection and resolutions. These are the four major hurdles or issues caused during the integration of the multiple sources as a single data warehouse. These are the issues. So, while doing this process, we are facing these issues. Now, how we are going to handle these issues? We are going to see one by one. The first one is, what is entity identification problem? Entity nothing but a thing or object. Suppose we are having 2 tables of 2 different branches. This is branch 1, this is branch 1 database, and this is branch 2 database. I want to merge as a centralized data storage in a data warehouse. I want to merge these 2 tables from the branch 1 and from the branch 2 of my branches, my organization branches. See, in this table, we are having the fields called for a transaction table, transaction, item, cost, quantity and total. That means, when we are going to purchase any item in one branch, the common things like your transaction ID, which items you are going to purchase or purchased, what is the cost, how many quantities you are picked, total cost. So, I suppose I am going to give a transaction 1. Item is like I purchased a pen, then cost is 10 rupees, quantity is 1, the total is 10 rupees. Whereas, similarly, another branch of my organization, they maintain the table called TID, item ID, cost, quantity, total. Now, in this branch, some other user or customer purchased a item the transaction, like suppose example 2, item ID is, some item ID is 10, cost is 10 rupees, quantity is 10. So 10 into 10, 100 rupees. That means here two different branches are maintaining the same kind of structure, but the problem here is whenever I am going to combine, because I want to know the total transaction of my organization from all branches. I get the information from the table branch B1 and I need to get the data from the branch B2. So while I am going to merge these two, what will happen? Entity identification problem. What is the entity identification problem? Nothing but here I am having the transaction, but here I am having the TID. Here I am having the transaction, here transaction ID. I am having item, here item ID. Here I am having the item ID. Both are different. But actually what it means, in both cases, transaction ID or item ID or TID or item IDs both are same. That means here the intention is transaction number, first transaction. Here also TID nothing but the transaction number. What is the transaction number of the customer? And item ID or item name. Here also both are same. But what will happen? Suppose I am going to merge these two. These two are looking like a different. So what will happen? I can maintain a fields called transaction and TID, and I also maintaining the item ID separately. That means I am get duplication of these entities due to the lack of a commonality or common names in both branches. That is entity identification problem. Means both are same, but the naming is different. Naming is different. So what will happen whenever I am going to merging? The DBA may consider as the transaction is different, TID is different. So we have two columns. Again item is different, item ID is different. Again two columns. And cost and matched, quantity is matched, total is matched. So remaining three are common. So actually we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, but now we will get a duplications 7 fields. We will get a 7 columns in the centralized data. So that means we are having the 7 attributes in a table, transaction table. It leads to the wrong or duplication of data. So while integrating two tables, we should properly map. If you are not properly mapped, it leads to the duplication or inconsistency of data. So we have to cross check and map each field, each attribute commonly and make a common table. That is entity identification problem. Okay. Now